The rain fell like the sky had finally given up. Daniel sat on the cold hospital floor, his back pressed against a wall that smelled of antiseptic in silence. His hands trembled not from the cold, but from the words that would never be said again. "I'll call you later, Mum." That was the last thing he told her. Not, "I love you." Not, "Thank you." Just later. But later never came. Daniel had always been busy. Busy chasing dreams. Busy building a life. Busy proving something to a world that never asked him to prove anything. His mother, Ada, was simple. She never asked for much. Just small things. "Have you eaten? Are you sleeping well? When will you visit?" And every time, Daniel answered with half attention, one eye on his phone, one foot already out the door. "Mum, I'm fine. I'll come soon." Soon became months. Months became silence. The call came on a Tuesday. Your mother collapsed. Everything after that felt like a blur: sirens, traffic, prayers he hadn't prayed in years. But when he arrived, she was already gone. Now here he was, alone, with 1,000 memories flooding in at once. He remembered how she used to wait for him at the door when he came back from school, how she stayed up late just to hear how his day went, how she sold her only gold necklace to pay his university fees. And not once had he truly stopped to say thank you. Not with his heart. Not in a way that mattered. Days passed. The house felt different now. Too quiet. Too empty. Daniel found her old phone while cleaning. Curious, he turned it on. There were messages. Hundreds of them. All unsent. Draft. To him. "My son, I hope you are eating well. I saw your picture today. I'm so proud of you. I miss you. I know you're busy. Just wanted to hear your voice. Thank you for working so hard. I pray for you every night." Daniel broke. Not the kind of breaking that makes noise. The silent kind. The kind that rearranges your soul. Tears fell onto the screen as one message stood out. "Even if you don't say it, I know you love me. And I am grateful for you, every day." Grateful. She was grateful for him. Even when he had given her so little in return. That night, Daniel did something he had never done before. He sat alone in the darkness and whispered into the empty room. "Thank you, Mum, for everything." His voice cracked. "I'm sorry I didn't say it when you could hear me." But something changed after that night. Gratitude became his language. He started noticing things he had always ignored: the warmth of sunlight, the kindness of strangers, the quiet loyalty of friends. He called people just to say thank you. He listened more. He rushed less. And every time he felt life pulling him back into the chaos, he remembered that hospital floor, that silence, that permanent too late. Because gratitude is strange. It seems small when you have time. But it becomes everything when time runs out. Years later, Daniel stood in front of a crowd telling his story. His voice was steady, but his eyes carried the past. "If you have someone in your life right now," he said softly, "don't wait. Don't assume they know. Don't save your gratitude for a tomorrow that isn't promised." He paused, then smiled, faint but real. "Say it today." Somewhere, somehow, the weight of those two words, "thank you," finally found their way home. And this time, they weren't late. The room stayed quiet after Daniel finished speaking. No one clapped immediately. It wasn't the kind of silence that comes from boredom, it was the kind that comes from people realizing something about their own lives. Phones felt heavier in pockets. Names of loved ones surfaced in minds like ghosts that had been ignored too long. Then slowly, applause began. Not loud, not wild, but human. After the event, a young man waited by the exit. He looked restless, like something inside him had been shaken loose. "Sir Daniel," he said, voice uncertain. "Can I talk to you?" Daniel nodded. The young man swallowed hard. "I think I've been doing the same thing. My mom calls me every day. I don't pick up. I always say I'm busy." He laughed nervously, but it broke halfway. "I thought I had time." Daniel didn't answer immediately. He just looked at him, like he was looking at his younger self standing in front of him. "You still do," Daniel said quietly. "But don't waste it pretending it's endless." That evening, Daniel received a call. A known number. He almost ignored it out of habit. But something he didn't understand made him answer. "Hello." Pause. Then a shaky voice. "Daniel, it's me." His breath stopped. It was his aunt. The only family member who still kept his mother's old number active. "She used to record messages," she said softly. "I found one you might want to hear." Daniel sat down without realizing it. There was a click, then static, then her voice. Alive again. "Daniel," his mother's voice said through the recording, warm and tired. "If you are hearing this, maybe I didn't get to say everything I wanted to say. Pause. A small laugh. I know you think I only pray for your success, but I also pray for your heart to slow down sometimes. Daniel closed his eyes. I don't need you to be perfect, the voice continued. I just need you to be present, even for yourself. Silence. Then the final line. And Daniel, thank you for choosing me to be your mother. It was my greatest gift. The recording ended. Daniel didn't move for a long time. The world outside kept going, cars passing, people talking, life pretending nothing had shifted. But inside him, something had cracked open and healed at the same time. Weeks later, he started something small. A weekly visit to his old neighborhood. Not to preach, not to lecture, just to sit with people, to listen, to help children write letters they were too shy to send, and always to remind them to say the words they think can wait. Say thank you now, he would tell them. Not when it's quiet, not when it's too late. One evening, a little girl handed him a folded paper. I wrote to my dad, she said proudly. Daniel smiled. Did you give it to him? She nodded. He cried, she added, as if it was the most normal thing in the world. Daniel laughed softly. A real laugh this time. Light, honest, alive. As he walked home that night, the city lights blurred slightly in his eyes. But it wasn't sadness anymore. It was understanding. Gratitude had not changed what he lost, but it had changed what he still had. And somehow, that was enough to keep going. Because in the end, gratitude isn't about fixing the past. It's about refusing to waste the present. And Daniel finally understood. Some words are not meant to be remembered. They are meant to be said while there is still someone to hear them.
Thank you for watching. Bye. Your support gives us strength to create more stories like this, so please do well to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.